not to seek employment within an educational setting or in a position that requires mandatory reporting obligations. Do you swear or affirm you will abide by these conditions of release?
I do.
The principal of St. Helens High School facing a judge today, pleading not guilty to 6 criminal charges, including 2 felony counts. It is 11 o'clock. Good evening. I'm Jeff Gianolo.
And I'm Elizabeth Din. A day after her indictment, Dr. Katie Wagner turned herself in to authorities this morning. Prosecutors accuse Wagner of failing to report child abuse. Choir teacher Eric Stearns and retired teacher Mark Collins are both facing charges of sex abuse. Prosecutors claim Wagner unlawfully and knowingly withheld physical care from students over a 6-year period dating back to 2018. Today, the court was packed with families and victims' advocates who reacted to Wagner's arraignment.
It's been terribly difficult because the people that we absolutely entrusted with our most, beloved children, we can't trust anymore.
Wagner was placed on paid leave earlier this month. And so far, amid all of this, 7 current and former school district staff are under investigation by police or the Oregon Department of Human Services.
It's almost unbelievable what's happened in this school district. And as the community reels from this ongoing crisis, parents might be wondering, how are their kids doing?
Yeah, and it's important, right? So Ariel Yakabazi joins us live with us in studio tonight. Ariel, you spoke with a mental health professional in St. Helens. The big question is, what can parents look out for, especially in light of something like this?
Yeah, well, as we know, traumatizing events like this can really rock a community, and that's what we've been seeing as we've been covering this for several weeks. And it's especially hard if they're happening in your own community, to the people you might know. I spoke with the executive director of Columbia Community Mental Health, or CCMH, and he says there are lots of ways to keep an eye out for any behavior that might be out of the ordinary.
It's been weeks now since news broke of 2 teachers arrested for sex abuse in the St. Helens School District. And as more details come out, local mental health professionals are showing their support in more ways than one.
I really hope it helps because I think the community of St. Helens is a really resilient community.
Todd Jacobson is the executive director at Columbia Community Mental Health. And at their office along Highway 30, we stand with SHHS students in bright red, followed by the group's crisis line.
Our youth family team, along with a lot of other staff of our organization, really felt it was important for the students to know that we do really support them. We support healthy environments for them.
Jacobson tells me his group is one of several in the area helping St. Helens students as they deal with this trauma.
We know this is a real stressful time for them. With a lot of emotions happening.
He says parents can keep an eye on their kids for unusual behavior as the weeks go on, keeping tabs on restlessness, loss of appetite, or any drastic changes in emotion.
Anytime with either primary or secondary trauma, the symptoms can recede and everything could be, appearing to be, reverting back to normal, and then you have a triggering event that can then cause those same emotions, whether same emotions and physical reactions to present themselves again.
Jacobson says as people, parents and their kids navigate these often challenging emotions, he and his team will be there for them through thick and thin.
We want to be part of that healing process, but appropriately so.
Jacobson says if you're a parent and you see your child acting a little different, you can try taking them to do some of their favorite things, whether that be exercise, baking, going to see a movie, stuff like that. He also says to be extra patient, but if he says none of those things help, it might be a good idea to bring them by their facilities at CCMH. And if you think you might need their services, their crisis line is 503-782-4499. Back to you.
Yeah, great information, Ariel. Thank you.